Hello and welcome to another episode of Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy podcast. We are powered by CTR Media Network, where we are heard in over 350 million viewers worldwide and over 100 countries globally. I am super excited to have you to tune in with me on tonight. Yes, we're having a late night conversation with the amazing award-winning author, yes, Miriam M. Wright. And so I want you to stay tuned. We're going to be talking about her latest book project, and she's got a couple of more. But the project we're talking about tonight is Why Worry? So listen, stay tuned, share it out. Grab a cup of coffee, grab some tea. I know it's late in the evening, but listen, stay tuned. We'll be right back with our amazing guest tonight, award-winning author, Miriam M. Wright. All right, so stay tuned. Go ahead and share it out, and we'll be right back, okay?
To Coffee Conversations with Sandy and Friends, a weekly talking segment with invited guests, best-selling authors, international speakers, coaches, and business leaders. A collective conversation aimed to empower, encourage, inspire all that listen. So welcome to our show, Coffee Conversations with Sandy and Friends.
Yes, Coffee Conversation, Book Talks with Sandy. And tonight, listen, we're having a late night conversation. I'm on a roll here, but we're having a late night conversation with our amazing guest tonight, none other than Miriam M. Wright. Dr. Wright, I'm telling you, I am super excited to have you with me on this evening. And listen, I know you've been up to a lot of things and doing a lot, but I just wanted to have the opportunity to sit and have a conversation about the literary work that you do, all of the amazing work. So good evening and welcome to our broadcast.
Hello, everyone. Hello, nice to be here. Thank you so much for having me here.
Absolutely. We're going to be talking about your book project that is Why Worry? This book project, I tell you, when I actually, we're part of another circle of, acquaintances and people in the literary world, and I've seen your work, and we've just really never, and I know you as a speaker, and we've been a part of Madam Shirley over in Nigeria and the Humanitarian Leadership Summits. And I just wanted to sit and just sit at your feet, mainly here virtually, and just really talk about your amazing book projects and your accomplishments. So tonight we're going to be, I just really wanted to do that. That's why I invited you. I said, getting to know, we're just letting the audience get in on our conversation, but, just getting to know people who you collaborate with and to know more about. So I wanted to introduce you to our audience as an author because you have a lot of literary work. You're an award-winning international best-selling author, certified dream life coach, and visionary founder of The Right Way to Your Dreams, LLC. I'm going to pause right there. You're from Cuba and raised in the United States Naval Base. And so I want to stop right there and just let you greet our audience and tell us about your love for writing. Let me see. There we go. Are you
Okay.
are you open now? There you
Yeah.
go.
Actually, I surprised myself with writing because I was never really a reader growing up. I mean, I would go to the library with my older sister, and she would come out with 10 books, and I would have maybe one. But she was a reader, and she just loved biography. She loved to know people's lives and how they got to where they were. And she didn't only just read, she would tell, because there was four of us, she would tell us about what she read. And so she passed away, and may she rest in peace, in 2013. And that's when actually someone asked me if I could, collaborate with them on a book. And the book was about suicide. And I'm thinking, I don't know anything about suicide. When am I going to? I told her yes. I didn't know, I had no idea what I was going to do. But I said yes. And the very next day, my neighbor comes and says, guess what? One of my coworkers' daughters killed herself. 23 years old. She committed suicide. I was like, what? I was like, what was so bad that this person could not live another minute? 23 years old. I mean, you haven't even started to live. And so I worked on that book, and that one led to another one, and that one led to another one. I ended up with, I believe it's 12 collaborations. Then I finally decided to do my own. I finally decided to do Why Worry, and it took off.
So why worry? And I'm doing some things on the back end. So why worry came out of receiving this news that it was your neighbor of someone that had succumbed to mental illness and basically took their life. And so how interesting. And so you all, there's a synopsis that we have to this book. I'm gonna check and see. Thank you all for tuning in. Do go ahead and share it out with those in your community. We are with, yes, the phenomenal, yes, Miriam Wright, M. Wright, who is a profound writer. She's an award-winning international bestseller, and her project that we're talking about tonight, it is called Why Worry? And and Dr. Miriam, I'm telling you, I'm just sitting here. You talk about the struggle of worry that it affects 1 in 3 individuals. Oftentimes we're out early. I would say, "Oh, I'm worried about my children. I'm worried about this." And we grew up, and oftentimes my mama would say, "I'm worried about you, girl. You're out there."
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I did. I had a wild life
Yeah.
when I was young.
Yeah.
And she would often say, I'm worried about you.
Yeah. I
And so,
think all moms worry.
yeah, we do. We have, yeah. But then we grow in our faith. And then I learned in the scriptures, it says that it's a sin to worry. And I was so convicted and said, okay, well, there comes my faith walk. But we can still fall into that place of being worried or, so much. So I love it how you've given us a definition or a statistic that worry can affect 1 out of 3. So 3 people standing in line, somebody's worrying about something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you
Exactly.
found it necessary to bring this book to fruition. And so tell us about, bringing that and writing that. You talk about inspirations from several Bible verses and how the book explains the pervasive impact of worrying on goals and dreams. And I'm going to start right there and let you go ahead and share.
The book actually came from a lot of my clients too, their anxiety, their fears, their concerns. And then that's when I came to realize all those words are all in one family. If you're concerned, if you're doubtful, if you're fearful, if you're worried, they all belong to the same family. And so I started to write, and actually I wrote it without the Bible verses. And then someone told me, do you know in the Bible, which I have not counted myself, but they say that in the Bible, the word fear appears 365 times. To me, that's for every single day. God is saying, why are you worried? Why are you fearful? Why are you doubtful? Why are you concerned? And so I started to think, I said, let me just put Bible verses in here. And sure enough, a lot of the Bible verses are like, why are you worried? Look at the lilies. Look at, why are you worried? Why are you worried about what you're going to put on tomorrow? You don't even know if you're going to be here tomorrow.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. We don't know. That's so true.
So why do we worry about things we cannot change? The weather. We worry about the weather.
Oh, don't we?
We cannot change the weather. Today I heard there might be a storm coming to Florida next week.
Exactly.
I cannot change that. The only thing I can do is get ready for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why am I going to worry? Why am I going to stress? Why am I going to not sleep?
Yeah. That's good. I'm going to get ready for it. I'm not going to worry about it, but I'm going to prepare.
You're going to turn it around.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned about, and yes, applying God's word. And as you're writing, you said that about the concern, the doubt, and the fear. And we just want the readers, yes, we're going to put the link up, but you offer practical insights to transform these emotions into excitement. Explain that.
Yes, there's like 4 steps. And one of them is to actually become aware. Become aware of what it is you're worried about. And actually in the back of the book, there's a workbook. And I'm actually working on a 6-book series workbook I'll talk about that later, but there is a workbook where you can actually start writing down things you're worried about. So number 1 is be aware, awareness. Worry about what it is you're worried about. Number 2, reframe it. Shift your perspective. Shift it from fear to possibility. Ask yourself, what happens if I don't do it? What happens if I do it? What happens if I do it and I fail? What happens if I do it and I succeed? Number 3 is actually take action. Take little small steps towards whatever it is that you're trying to get rid of that worry. And 4, channel your energy. Get excited about what it is that you're trying to do. Get creative about what it is you're trying to do. Shift it to being excited. Shift your energy, shift your mindset. It's very important. And another thing is, I tell my clients, name your worry. Because once you name your worry, you're going to realize you're going to worry less. Because it becomes your friend. You give it a name, you take it with you. It's going to become your friend. If you are scared about getting on an airplane, take, Sarah with you. Take Sarah with you on the airplane. Hey, Sarah, look, we're on the airplane. Make it excited. Hey, Sarah, look, we're on the airplane. What do you think is going to happen?
Changing your mindset. It takes you, because worry in your study, do you find that it also affects us in our health? And I love it how you were saying.
Very much so, yes.
Okay, okay, and I'm sure you'll talk about that too. Oh my goodness, this is good. Like you said, it's a workbook combination, and it guides us, the reader, through understanding and overcoming worry, providing tips and tricks for a more enthusiastic approach to life. I love it. Listen, if you follow Dr. Miriam on social media, you see that she's a traveler. She loves the water. I'm saying you love it.
I actually have written down every single place that I haven't counted it though. Every single place that I've actually left my footstep.
Uh-huh.
If I drove through in a car, I didn't count it because I did not step there.
Right.
But every single step, and I think it's like the list is like
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab my coffee over here. Listen, I believe it.
Yeah.
I love your energy. I love what you bring, the excitement. Where does it, and we're gonna go back to the book. Well, where did that come from? Again, I wanted to get to know you. And again, audience, you all are coming in on our conversation. Where did that come from? The joy of life. Because when I see you and I see your post and your share, you're letting people know that this is where I am, and I see the joy on you. Where did that?
I think I have to give it to my parents.
Okay.
I have to give it to my parents. Like you said, I was born in Cuba. At the age of 6, actually at the age of 5, my father pulled us aside. My older sister and I pulled us aside and told us he was leaving. But at the age of 5, your father tells you you're leaving. It's like, so my sister kind of looked at him like, yeah. He said, I looked at him and said, what if we never see you again? And he said that just broke his heart because he didn't know where he was going. He had never left Cuba.
Uh-huh.
He had no idea. He was like Abraham. He was following God's plan.
Yeah.
And he didn't tell me that till I was like 20, 24, 25, that I told him that.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And so just the fact that he took it up on himself to go on his own, get a better life for us. And then we followed him like a year later. That alone to me is like, and then my parents were very giving. They were hard workers. They both retired at 70. I mean, they didn't want to leave their jobs. They just wanted to work. They both retired at 70. And it was just life. They enjoyed life. And any chance my dad had, he would take us. We went to Jamaica. We went here, vacation here, vacation there.
Uh-huh.
And so when I moved to Orlando, then I actually took a travel agency class because I thought, okay, I'm going to do this. But I took the class and didn't do anything with it. But I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
What did you learn? Tell me, what did you learn?
Actually, we had to learn every country. We had to learn the airport codes. We had to learn, what did we take? Geography. We had to go on a cruise. We did go on a cruise. We learned the hotel system. Hotel, cruise, geography, and I forget what the other one was. Like rental cars and stuff like that.
Right.
So we had to learn it all. And so, but I didn't do it. I just went into what I always like to do is help people. So then I became a executive assistant.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got laid off from one job. Then I got laid off from 2 jobs. Then I got laid off from 3 jobs. Then I got put on disability because of my arthritis.
Uh-huh.
And so that kind of I stayed home, took care of my mom with dementia.
Yeah.
My dad had passed away already. I took care of her. She passed away 2.5 years later. My older sister passed away. And I found myself just sitting here watching TV, get up, get dressed, sit here and just sit.
And just sit.
And I kept telling myself, I got to find something to do. I got to find a job. I got to find something I can do at home, since they had put me on disability, something I can do at home.
Yeah.
And then my friend called and put me onto network marketing. That got me out the door. That didn't work, but it got me networking.
Mhm.
And networking, I learned a lot about life coaching and women that are out there in need.
Yes.
And I took off from that.
And it kind of took you into a whole new journey. And it sounds like, and you've learned some things that you're sharing with the world, because listen, you're just listen, I love it. And I guess that's what leads us into your helping others. But we want to have you, I'm going to pull up a picture of your book. I'm going to pull up your graphic of your book.
Oh, I was going to grab one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's pull that up. And yeah, we're going to have you to read a little bit from your book, and then how individuals, we're going to have how they can go ahead and get that book in their hands. I love the cover. It's everything about this book that just drew me. Again, why worry? And I'm just seeing if I can find it here. Let me go back. So we can get ready to hear a little bit. Her motto, I want to share, you can follow Miriam on all social media platforms, but her motto, I love it. She says, always remember, today is the tomorrow that you worried about yesterday. And it's a quote from Dale Carnegie. And that's so interesting. That is very, very interesting. Yeah. Hear about
Why
that.
am I worried about tomorrow? I have to live in the moment. Live right now, not,
Yeah.
I may not wake up tomorrow morning.
So why be concerned about that tomorrow?
When the time comes, then worry about it.
Yeah.
And not worry about it, but live it.
And to be present, and how much we need to be present in
the moment.
In the moment, exactly. I'm going to share my screen now. Found a really good picture, graphic of the book, and you all, as I'm sharing this with you, we're going to hear from our tonight's author, award-winning international best-selling author. She's also a speaker, you all. She's a certified dream life coach and visionary founder of Right Way to Your Dreams, LLC. At this time, I'm going to be presenting to you the author of Why Worry, and just a little synopsis of the book. It delves into the universal struggle of worry that affects 1 in 3 individuals. Let me grab my glasses. Drawing inspiration from several Bible verses, the book explores the pervasive impact of worry on goals and dreams, with a focus on the negative consequences of concern, doubt, and fear. The author offers practical insights to transform these emotions into excitement. It's a 34-page book and workbook combination, guides readers through understanding and overcoming worry, providing tips and tricks for a more enthusiastic approach to life. At this time, I present to you our author tonight, which is Miriam M. Wright.
Hello, everyone. Well, I will read. Let me see. I'll just read a part of here. Now imagine what happens when you don't have actual emergency to deal with. Worry triggers the exact same chemistry response as an actual emergency will. The problem is you don't have the outlet for those chemicals, especially if you're doing something passive, like trying to get sleep or sitting at your desk, attempting to get some work done. You don't need to run away from triggers, but anything in your body is ready for you to just, sorry, okay. You don't need to run away from trigger, but everything in your body is ready for just an emergency. It's how we are built. You might think this is just fine. It is better to have them, the chemicals, when you need them. Think about like when you hear about a mother who lifted a car because her son was under it. Where did she get that chemical? Where did she get that strength from? That's that chemical reaction that we have. This this will do several things. This chemical will do several things. If you don't deal with it, it will raise your heart rate, shorten your breath, spasm your muscles. Cortisol left unused has even more effect over time. Your mouth goes dry. You get dizzy. You experience headaches. Your muscles hurt. You become nauseated. People think, oh, I got an upset stomach. They don't realize why. They're not sleeping. They don't realize why. Difficulty breathing. They don't know why. All this is caused by worry, concern, doubt, and fear. Your mood shift makes you more likely to become irritable and angry. That sounds uncomfortable, doesn't it? But it still might not seem like that much in a big deal. After all, those reactions go away when the cortisol wears off, right? Wrong. You experience chronic worry, you can do some real damage to your body. Not only will you be putting your body through all these things, but you will experience some long-term effects, which include, but are not limited to, lowered immunity, problems with digesting, muscle aches and pains, difficulty conceiving, high cholesterol, coronary artery diseases, memory loss, cognitive problems, which include memory loss. Imagine all this can be caused by not dealing with your worry, not getting that cortisol out of your system. So we need to really, 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 really think about our health. And this can lead to more problems. It can lead to mental health, insomnia, memory problems, nervous habits, panic and social anxiety, OCD, phobias, worry, and phobias, and then worries and our actions. As it all isn't enough, worry can tackle you in ways that you impact your action and your behavior. More specifically, worry has a way of keeping us from getting things done. People who spend a lot of time worrying struggle in many ways you might not imagine. Procrastination is caused by worry. Worrying about being able to do something or do it right, that can cause havoc. You start avoiding the work instead of getting it done. And it goes on and on and on. All, the illnesses just go on and on and on.
Yes, I'm glad that and that was one of my questions. Thank you so much for bringing that and shedding the light. Many times we don't think about the impact of Dr. Wright, in reference to what worrying will do. And you gave like the cousins, I call them the cousins to worrying. The insomnia, constantly playing it over and over in your mind, can be a wear and tear. And one of the that's interesting, that you had mentioned about something that happens with the females, and I didn't write that down. But it happens with females whenever they worry. What was that item that you discovered? On not being able to conceive, I think it is. Yeah. That's interesting, that it can even affect your reproductive organs of females, of women. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yes. No, my mic was, yes, it is conceived.
Yeah. You discovered that conceiving, the inability to conceive can contribute possibly to worrying, of a woman worrying. Yeah, that is so, and a lot
if we're not using it the right way, because cortisone, I mean, it's there for a reason. If we see a bear coming at us, yeah, we're going to use it.
Yeah.
But if you're just worrying and not doing anything about it, it's going to start building up and building up. And
got it.
Mm-hmm.
You all, if you're tuning in and you're coming in, Brenda, I do see you. Thank you so much for coming through. Brenda is out of South Carolina. Thank you for coming into the audience. I do appreciate it. And of course, anyone that may be watching now or listening to the replay, I am on tonight. We're talking about, you just heard from the author reading from the book, Why Worry? And this book, you have won an award for this book. Tell us about this. You are an award-winning author. And tell us, the competition that this book won.
I actually just saw it come across, I think it was on stories. And I said, yeah, I was like, yeah, let me just do it. And I did it. I was like in July and totally forgot about it. And then towards the end of December, I'm going through my email and I thought it was a spam email. I almost threw it away. And I opened it and it said, congratulations, your book is a winner. And I was like, what? I was like, seriously? And it won for self-help and personal development category.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, yes. I don't know if you can see my trophy back there.
Yes, listen, we just congratulate you, and indeed, such a phenomenal book, and congratulations. Yes, you won it. Beautiful trophy. Listen, I'm just excited to have the opportunity to interview you. Listen, you all, I put the link. Would you prefer, we have the Amazon link. Would you prefer the individuals purchase it?
They can also purchase it at,
can they purchase it on your website?
Dreams by B.Y. Wright, WRIGHT.com.
Okay. So let me write that down. We'll get that typed in. So is it Dream with an S?
Dreams, yes, by Wright.
Dreams by Wright.
WRIGHT.com.
Okay, we're going to get that in the chat as well, so that those of you that would like to purchase the book from Dr. Wright, you can go ahead and do that. Let's hear from one of our sponsors, and then when I return back, we're going to talk about some other projects that you may have coming up, as well as your program, your dreams program. Okay, we're going to hear from one of our sponsors, and we'll be right back, you all.
Okay.
Are you ready to lead with purpose, connect with global change makers, and amplify your impact? This October, The world gathers in Nairobi, Kenya for the 4th edition of the most transformative gathering of humanitarian visionaries, servant leaders, and purpose-driven trailblazers. Welcome to the Humanitarian Leaders Bootcamp and Awards 2025 with the theme Inclusive Growth, Humanitarian Leadership for Economic Transformation. Date 8 to 10th October 2025 in Nairobi, Kenya. Exciting, right? Come learn, connect, and lead with integrity, innovation, and impact. Whether you are a change maker, community builder, development expert, non-profit leader, or entrepreneur with a heart for humanity, this is your space to grow and glow. What to expect is power-packed networking opportunities, inspirational panels and capacity building workshop, cultural exchange and city tours, strategic collaboration and business connection, the prestigious Humanitarian Leaders Award Night. Now, you don't just attend the Humanitarian Leaders Bootcamp, you experience it. Come, let's build sustainable solution together. Registration is now open. Secure your seat today and click the link below to register, sponsor, or partner with us. The world needs more leaders like you.
Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy podcast, now sponsored by P. Hankins LLC with Coach Pamela Hankins. Divine Transformation, Walking in Faith, Prayer Purpose Signature Coaching Program. So be sure to tune in to our next episode of Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy podcast, where you will find authors, anthology book projects, and most of all, I say that it is for you. Why? Because you just might be looking for a good book to read. Yes, those are our two spotlights that we wanted to share with you. The upcoming Humanitarian Leadership Awards, and that will be happening in October in Nigeria. And so we are working with and partnering with the phenomenal leaders in Nigeria where this is happening. And at this time, yes, I want to let you know also that, yes, Dr. Miriam is actually a 2025 recipient of, yes, the Leaders Award that happened in Nigeria on last year. Congratulations. And here I want to share is your award for the book that we're talking about on tonight. There it is. Absolutely beautiful. Your award that you won for this book. Why Worry? Oh my goodness. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And I wanted to thank everyone who voted because of that award, I was nominated for Author of the Year. Yeah. And it was by vote. And so I had over 5,000 some votes. And so I was a finalist. But you have to be present to win. And I wasn't, and I'm not able to go. It's going to be October 3rd. They're going to announce the winner in Hollywood, California.
So in Hollywood. Okay.
In Hollywood. So they said you had to be present. You know, they might change their mind, whatever. But yeah. But I thank you all for the votes.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. So as we move forward, again, we're just so honored of all what you do and here in this book as we are sharing tonight here. You've got a couple, and just talking about your literary work, you have been recognized as we're looking here on your achievements, your literary achievements recognized by numerous nominations and awards, including being named among the top 14 business women influencers of 2024 and top 25 impactful women's leaders to watch in 2025, top 20 servant leaders in 2025. And she is also, as we just mentioned, the finalist for the Author of the Year 2025. Her leadership and message have been amplified across global platforms, featured in Times Square on 4 separate occasions, profiled in international magazines, and interviewed on multiple podcasts and radio shows. Her media presence include, yes, Black women authors, that's the BWA, GLAM, which is Global Labor Event Business magazine, and there is the Triumph magazine, as well as live interviews on All Things Business and Axe Radio in London. So as we see that you have this book here, Why Worry? And it says Turning Concerns Books Award, Turning Concerns, let's see where, doubt and fear into excitement, a transformative book that won the International Impact Award for Self-Help and Personal Development. So as we've been talking about this book tonight, there's some other projects that you're working on. Would you like to talk about those?
Shirley and the other girls for the volume 3 of
Yes.
In His presence.
Yes, in
the
God.
glory of His presence.
Yes, yeah,
My mind kind of went like glory
yeah.
of His presence. So we're working on that. I am also working on a 6-book series to follow Why Worry,
Okay.
and it's going to be called Worry to Worth, and that is from fearful thinking to empowerment living. Persons in midlife often battle fear of failure, fear of change, fear of being not enough, running out of time. This series will help them transform worries into wisdom, panic into purpose, and ultimately step into their own worth.
Yes, I love it. Well, we are definitely going to be on the lookout for these amazing book projects that you have coming through. This one here, I have the ebook, and I'm about to I need to go ahead and purchase it because it looks like it's a hardback.
Yes.
What made you go in the direction rather than a soft cover?
I actually did an ebook. I actually released it the first time out when I didn't have the Bible verses on it. It was an ebook, and I did it all wrong. It didn't go anywhere. I think I had like maybe 4 people buy the book, and so I pulled it back and I said, no, I got to do this right.
I'm glad you said that. I think that's going to help some authors that feel that. And they may give up if the first go round or they put the book out and it ends up being just the first round. They lose confidence, they lose hope. And you just really helped others. So someone that has awards, have multiple publications, global speaker, you just helped somebody. I hope somebody that is listening, you grab that. I'm grabbing that in myself because you have to go back to the drawing board. Talk about.
I changed the cover. That was important. I added the Bible verses. I have it in print, in ebook. It's in Kindle, print, hardcover, and Audible. So.
Yeah. So you're making it available for all types of methods that an individual can get this. And I love it that even still you'll be able to do old-fashioned, get your pencil.
Yeah.
Audible, you're listening to the Audible. get
Yes.
your paper and your pencil, okay? And do it the old-fashioned way. And I promise you, so, yes, I am going to dig deep, but I'm going to also, we want to be a blessing to be able to share this information about this book. What other projects do you have coming through?
Actually, there's another one that I have the synopsis written, but like you said, I was born in Cuba, and I grew up on the U.S. Naval Base in Guantanamo Bay, which is a very isolated little part of Cuba. And so there's a group of us that their parents did the exact same thing, and it was the best childhood we could have had. And so we are I need to get them all together, trying to get together to tell our story. So that's going to be the next big project that I do.
That's amazing. I think it's much needed in this season that we're in our country. This is much needed. And thank you. And I'm praying with you that the other writers will come together. And what a profound book. It's needed right now. And so that's very exciting. Well, I know I want to thank you so much for accepting my invitation to come and be on my platform, for our audience to get to know who you are. It's nothing like getting to know someone. And I celebrate you. I celebrate what you do. Thank you for accepting my invitation and just coming and gracing our platform with your presence, even on a late evening like this. Okay. We will be
playing. Thank you so much for the invite. I mean, I really look forward to it.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, it was getting closer and closer, and I was like really nervous. I said, "Oh yes, oh yes." And so it's an honor for you to be with us on tonight, and to our audience, it is always our custom to allow our guests, as we wrap up our conversation tonight, you all share this out. Look for, I put the link in the chat. Go ahead and purchase your copy. As she mentioned, is that there are several different ways that you can get the type of format that is available for you. I am going to, while she's talking, while our guest, Dr. Miriam, is speaking, I will be putting up the other way that you can purchase this book. Okay. So as I yield back, our guest on tonight, the author of the book, Why Worry, Miriam M. Wright. And I'm going to yield back.
Okay. Oh, I should have. Oh, I wasn't sure you were going to do that. Let me see if I can find a place in the book that has a Bible verse.
Okay.
Let's see.
While you're looking, I can share our platform I can share our information from CTR Media Network, and then we'll be right back.
What's something people don't know about CTR Media Network? It's where content truly meets impact. At CTR Media Network, we believe in the power of stories. Our platform is a dynamic blend of education and entertainment, crafted to inspire and empower creators like you. From insightful podcasts to transformative videos, we offer a diverse range of content that helps you learn, grow, and thrive. Our mission? Innovating media, one story at a time. Imagine a place where your voice can reach millions, where your stories can reshape perspectives. That's CTR, Create, Thrive, Redefine. Join a community of visionary creators and make your mark on the world. Because here at CTR Media Network, your content doesn't just entertain, it makes an impact. So, are you ready to create, thrive, and redefine? Dive in and discover a new world of possibilities, where content meets impact. CTR Media Network.
Yes, CTR Media Network, where content meets impact. And at this time, I am going to yield for our tonight's guest to share her last thoughts and words with us. And I yield at this time.
Okay, I'm going to read from the section that's called Be You. Be you. In the end, the best way to defeat worry is to be yourself, simply. No one needs another clone of whatever pop star or famous person is at the moment. It's always better to embrace the uniquely wonderful person you are. Take the time and effort to learn to love, to appreciate yourself. This is the best way to start feeling, thinking, behaving like you are good enough. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unwaverable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as such as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. 1 Corinthians 15:58.
Thank you so much for what a way to end our broadcast on tonight. I've put here across is Miriam's website, where you can simply go and purchase your copy of the book, Why Worry? All of the information is there. I've put it over in the chat. Beautiful website. And yes, you can shop, discover the bookshelf. And here we're looking specifically at the award-winning copy, the award-winning published book called Why Worry? Yes, it is an award-winning. And at the very end, as you can
I don't hear you. I can't hear you. Sandy, are you there? I can't hear you. I'm not sure where she went. I'm not sure. I couldn't hear her. So, well, I was reading from BU. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. I'm not sure if she's there, but BU, that page that I was just reading from. So be yourself. Don't try to be anyone else. Don't try to be somebody you're not. God created you for a reason, not for a season. So you're here for such a time as this because he wants you here. So please be yourself. Please do not worry. And thank you in advance for getting the book and spreading the word. And I'm not sure where Sandy is.
there I am.
There she is.
And I
I don't know what happened. I was like,
oh my goodness, you all, I'm here. And my plug, I looked up, I was like, what happened? Oh my goodness, the technology. And I had stepped off, obviously, on my cord. And I was like, what happened? And lo and behold, it's because, and my battery's been going down. Yes, all this time. I'm so sorry. I apologize about that. But
no worries. No worries.
I bet you were podcasting back.
No worries.
Oh, listen, yes, thank you so much. Well, listen, what a way to end our broadcast. I was sharing the screen with your book. Listen, you all do go to the website. Go to the website, follow Dr. Wright here, MiriamMWright.com. I'm sorry, That is the website, but it's actually called Dreams.
Right.
Yes.
Dreams by Right.
Yeah,
Dreams by Right.
Dreams by Right. And I've actually already put it before my plug went out. Yes, is that you can find it. I put it in the chat, everybody, dreamsbywright.com, and it will bring you straight to the website. Well, Dr. Wright, thank you so much. Again, congratulations on your award.
Thank you so much, Candy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, you have an amazing evening, and I am super, super excited for all that you do. Come back anytime. Come back. I'm not sure. I think I am. You're on the list. Am I interviewing you Thursday with Madam Shirley?
Back Thursday, yes.
Okay, so I've got you.
Yes.
Coming back and being
yes.
sitting at the table on Thursday. Yes, I'll be interviewing you fabulous women. Well, listen, everyone, it has been an impactful night. Tomorrow, don't forget that we will have Dr. Allison G. Daniels and her anthology project, Leadership. This book here, as you know, that they will be hitting the bestseller campaign is tomorrow. We just interviewed them earlier tonight. Leaders Empowering Leaders to Win. So be sure to follow Dr. Allison G. Daniels for their book. It's going to be hitting. Then this coming Thursday afternoon, I'll be doing my 2 times a month. We do a bi-monthly 12 o'clock noon broadcast with our authors and our collaboration with Madam Shirley Murphy, who is the visionary of an amazing book project, In God's Presence, volume. I want to say they're at volume 3 or volume 4.
Yeah. 3.
Yes. Yes. So we're going to be meeting with these amazing authors on Thursday. So Dr. Miriam will be right back with me again. Yes, she will.
Yes.
So listen, you all have a restful night. Do share this out. Do go ahead and share it out with your audience. Share it out with your friends. And and go ahead and purchase the book. Let's support our author guest on tonight. Well, this has been fabulous, y'all. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, indeed. And thank you so much for coming through. Certainly, I do appreciate you. Listen, y'all take care. There is the website across my screen. And as always, you guys know that I love you. Stay with me. And we will see you soon. Okay? All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care. All right.